Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMtrading. Today's December 14th, 2020, and today is Monday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, the markets open up this week so far in this morning's pre-market trading, but big week ahead as we have a bunch of numbers coming out on Wednesday. So looking at the economic events today, nothing scheduled for today, but as we take a roundup of the various markets, looking at the euro, still very strong versus the dollar, while the British pound has a big gap up this morning. We're going to take a look at that as well. Indices, Nasdaq and the Dow Jones are both up in pre-market trading. While we're looking at the commodities, oil retraces after hitting $47.60, and gold pretty much unchanged. Stocks are in lighter volume, so they're really just treading water. And lastly, looking at Bitcoin, rallies right back into the end of the year. We're going to take a look at that as well. So let's see what we can expect from today's trading. So going to first take a look at the Eur Usd on a daily chart. You can see pretty much we're at the top of this range, 121.46 right now. 121.50-ish is really the top of that range. So I'm looking for it to actually break out higher. Let's see if we do get that this morning, as the Dow Jones is still getting stronger. So that may imply that the dollar is going to get weaker, okay? It's an inverse relationship. We all know that. So we may actually get that coming through today. So we're going to take a look at that as well. GBP USD, what a week, okay? It's really been on this roller coaster ride since it's had this massive news on the Brexit. Is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? I mean, we've been in a 200 pip range in less than a week. We're trading right now at 33.53. And so we're at that top of the range. You could see that we gapped up yesterday from 132.300-ish level to over 133.35. That's over a 120 pip move on the upside. So really, okay, we do have resistance at 134. So if it doesn't break above this 133.69, we may see it actually retrace and still trade in a range, but nothing doing with the US dollar. Looking at the Aussie dollar, still very strong versus the USD. You could see it's on its highs and it wants to break out higher, but I got to get that confirmation from the Dow. If the Dow just goes higher, we may see the Aussie also go higher versus the dollar. Now jumping into gold, nothing doing here. Okay, we're really smack in the middle of this range, okay, between this 1847 high side. Okay, let's just draw it while we're here together. And then on the bottom side, 1820-ish level, 1828-ish level on the bottom side. Okay, so we're really right smack in the middle of that. Nothing really doing, colossal to make this into some sort of clear indication which way we're going. Now looking at oil, we rallied back after selling off over $1.50. We were at 47.65 and then retracing, now back at 47.17. Now this is in the anticipation that we're going through the heart of the second wave of the pandemic. Many countries are already closing down, but guess what's on the horizon? We have the vaccine. The vaccine is going to be disseminated within the next 2 to 3 months on a massive level, on an international level. So we're going to see things starting to ease in the next 2 to 3 months. So remember, the markets are always 2 to 3 months in advance, okay? So with that said, they're already digesting the fact that we're coming out of the pandemic, okay? Even though right now we are still in the pandemic. Now looking at the Nasdaq, we also opened up this morning. We gapped up at 12,411, but nothing really big, okay? I would have expected it to be a little bit bigger, a little bit sharper. When we look at the Dow Jones, it's a little bit bigger, 30,200-ish level. Let's look at a 1 hour chart. You can see that a little bit clearer. That's over a 200-point gap up this morning. But the question is, will it be able to sustain it? Okay, because this has faded us several times, failed us at this 30,200-ish level, okay? Around this 30,200-ish level, it's always failed us. Now, in all intents and purposes, this is going to be the last week of trading for the month of December. Next week, we're already towards the end of the week. We'll be in Christmas. And then following New Year's the week after. So that's usually a very light volume week. So this week, especially since Wednesday, we have so much flash manufacturing numbers coming out from Europe, from the United States, and the FOMC statement. So this is going to really add some volatility to the market. Now, as we look at the stocks, really nothing doing. Okay, Apple's at 120. Facebook sold off to 271, but nothing major. Okay, nothing really jumping out at me and saying, oh, this is a clear buy, clear sell. Microsoft at 212. So this is, for all intents and purposes, within the range and not breaking out higher. So until we get that clear indication that we're breaking out higher, I want to keep myself just off the fences, so to speak. Okay. Lastly, looking at Bitcoin, this has gotten very interesting. You see that the market is very strong in the cryptocurrencies, 19,130. And, you know, it's something that is very interesting that the rotation is happening all at the same time. Okay, we did give a webinar as to the reasons of why Bitcoin is back in play, but it's clear that it's coming back to our all-time highs. Now, for me to really feel comfortable about buying this, I'd like to see it get a little bit more aggressive with the resistance area and possibly break out higher. And then we may even see new highs towards the end of the year. We still have 2 weeks of trading for this. And remember, if most of the country is in lockdown, people are on their computers and they're day trading. Okay, believe it or not, a lot more people are committing themselves to doing this part-time as well. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish everybody a great trading day. Thank you.